We are officially live. I love it. What's up, everybody? I'm Johnny Ray.
I'm Amanda Whitfield.
And this is 5R Recovery. I'm wearing my tweaker sweatshirt.
Yes, he is.
Absolutely. Skin and bones.
Yes.
If you saw Dan Hillman's picture, if you haven't, take a look at it.
We were just having a nice little discussion about it.
Yes, we were.
Slightly crypt keeper-ish there, Dan. You were looking way better now. You look like a family man, a grandpa. Back then, I probably would have crossed the other side of the street if I saw you walking on the same sidewalk.
Freaky, bro. But look at you now. And he just chimed in. We stepped out for a smoke. I beat you all on. Not really, because we've been sitting in front of the computer for at least 10 minutes just waiting to go live at 7 o'clock. Here at 5R Recovery.
Hey.
What are we at 5R Recovery? Well, let's see. What does it say? Restart to install the latest Windows updates. Nope, I don't want to do that. Let's pick a time. We're live, so there's
shit.
Hold
please.
Should I click out of this or just should I go?
Yes, click out of it.
Are you sure?
No.
No, she says. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if we're still filming.
Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, we are. Okay.
You get to see the live part of it. 5R Recovery. What is 5R Recovery if you're watching? We only have one person tuning in, but if you watch this video on another date, what is 5R Recovery? You know, we came up with it the other day. It kind of flowed out. Wow, guys. Oh, yeah. He must have saw all that. Dan, did you see? We're having technical difficulties. Our producers are not available today.
Or was it because of what we said about him on the grid?
Did he sent something in? Did you think so?
I don't know. I hope that wasn't we're not offended. We love you.
We love you, Dan.
I think that your story is amazing, and I think that the inspiration you are to everybody is amazing, Dan. And I'm so proud of you, and so happy that you're a part of my recovery and my life.
Yeah. And he's starting to get a lot better on Saturdays live, you know.
So good. You guys actually have a really good freaking report together.
We're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. Mm-hmm. We're still working out the kinks. Yes. You know, people are coming in constantly. We're focused on them when they come in. We talk about random stuff. What is 5R Recovery? We are a movement. We love you too, guys. Well, we love you, Dan, and Amy, and Morgan, and Emery. Me holding Emery.
And Dustin.
Me holding Emery at the memorial was so cute. She's so precious. She melts your heart. You never want to let her go. She will be the newest member of our 5R family.
She'll rep it too in little onesies and hats.
So, for sure. Decorator of 5R Recovery. Mascot. So let's see. What is 5R? My mom and dad said, you guys need to do an intro. I haven't created an intro yet. But what is 5R Recovery? We are a movement. We are not just a program. We are not just a network. We are a movement of individuals who have suffered from addiction and have gone through some pretty crazy times. And so what we want to do is be able to come to you guys in your living room, wherever you're at. You guys can feel free to ask questions. Sometimes we'll tell stories. Sometimes we'll have a topic. Sometimes we'll just sit here and talk about absolutely nothing like we're doing in the beginning. Right.
Or not answer your questions.
We come as we are. We are not ashamed of our past. We do not have all the answers, but at 5R Recovery, we approach things a little bit differently. Gracie Jones, go to Mod Pizza when you're done. The baseball teams needs donations. Oh, right on. Okay. Are you talking to me or Amanda?
Mention. Okay. So
JHS Baseball. If you go,
shameless plug.
I know, right? She's using us as advertisement purposes. Gracie, very smart. Do you go there? Hi, Morgan. How's Emery? Hope you're getting some sleep.
Yes.
Amazing baby. I cannot believe 3 days after she was here. You know, I can't believe 7 days after she was at the memorial. This woman is a rock star.
She makes it look so effortless. Morgan, you're doing awesome. And
I hurt just thinking about it. I don't know how to handle that stuff. Right. I feel like Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know, right.
And they're like, "Oh, hold it!" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't even shower today, bro.
I'm on fire.
It's disgusting." I'm like, literally, I just sneezed outside, and I don't know. I'm just kidding.
You're helping her build her immunities that way, but no, Morgan. If you saw the baby's feet and toes, that alone looks scary. She's just a soldier.
Yeah,
she's a little fussy right now, but good. Oh, she fusses. I haven't even heard her cry yet.
Really? Do babies fuss?
They do. Not that one. Not that I've heard.
That's so funny. So what were we talking about? 5R Recovery.
JHS.
Movement. So we're a movement. So we definitely are going to come and we're going to recreate the whole idea of what people's perspective of addiction is and recovery is, meaning that we're going to bring all aspects to it. Whatever you think and you want to talk about, whatever you're involved in, any ideas that you have, we would love to do it. We'd love for you to use the 5R Recovery platform and create groups and talk about things.
Agreed.
The thing I wanted to talk about tonight before anybody chimes in is why on earth do we compare ourselves to other addicts in recovery?
Wow.
It's strange. Yeah. It's like, for some reason, we think somebody else has it all figured out. Mm-hmm. And I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't know. So don't ask me. Well, you can ask me and I'll try to help you out the best I can. But to be honest, I'll try to guide you the best I can. But gosh, I always see other people and go, God, why is that guy buying a BMW 2 years into his clean time, right? Why is that person getting a beautiful house? Why are they being reunited with their kids? Why does this person get his license? You know what I mean? Why do we do that? We should all just be so okay with everybody else and what they're doing in their recovery.
I
right?
agree. And I think that we
It's
just,
weird.
as like society, I mean, I think that social media as a whole has a really, it's made me compare myself. You know, when you see on Facebook and everybody paints these pretty pictures of their family life, and you think, oh, they got it perfect. And I think that a long time, society with commercials and magazines and social media, we've kind of gotten used to comparing ourselves in every aspect, whether it's recovery, it's our family life or home life. And it just kind of feels more of an insecurity than anything. I think it does stem from insecurities.
Yeah.
My story, when I went into a different fellowship, I was getting frustrated my first year in recovery because I was constantly hearing all these amazing stories. So not only was I walking away not hearing my story at all, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? And then I felt guilty that I wasn't on this pink cloud and I wasn't feeling great about it. Yes, I had my daughter back in my life, which was amazing. I had amazing blessings happening to me, but how I felt was really shitty.
Yeah.
My body hadn't yet reached a place of homeostasis. I was still up and down with my energy levels, my depression. I was in a house full of other people, so I was having to adjust to their emotions. Mm-hmm. And I'd go into the meetings and everybody's like, oh, by doing this, I've got this back. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I felt super bad. So then I started making it my responsibility to stand up and be like, listen, I don't feel that way. I'm not on a pink cloud. I never had the pink cloud. In fact, right now I'm kind of hating recovery, and I'm kind of like, I mean, and that was real and it was honest. And I had people that appreciated that, and I had to get used to the fact that everybody's recovery is one of their own. It is no two are the same. It's like fingerprints. There's not the same path for recovery, and everybody's different. And what you go through is okay. As long as the end is the same as that you're recovering, however you choose to get to that place of recovering, that's all of your own. And I feel like you should never be hard on yourself for how you get there. Your story will never look like somebody else's as far as recovery goes, because it's your own journey to walk.
100%.
We'll walk it with you.
Everything she said, 100%. We get to this place where we compare. It's because we always think the grass is always greener. And if anybody tells you that they have this thing figured out, they don't. They're liars. And so it's important for you to find the people that say, we don't have this all figured out, but we'd love to walk alongside you and talk about it. I did the same thing, Amanda. Yeah, I think everybody does in their own sense.
And did you feel out of place? I mean, that's how I felt. I felt bad for not feeling happy all the time.
For sure. And it's like, people are so addicted to these possessions too. Like they get clean and then it's all about money, right? Like every addict is worried about where their finances are going to come from. So they are more worried about their money than anything else. And then they don't have it. So then they're worried about why that person has so much money or why that person has a new car. Why it's like, it's crazy that we compare, and we should all just be thankful that we're alive.
Right. I agree.
We should be thankful that we made it through. And I'm not saying I'm any different. I mean, when you see somebody who's really rocking this recovery thing, rather than compare yourself to them, why not get in their pocket?
Absolutely.
Find out who they are. Ask them what they did. Work alongside them, because if they got it figured out. I also noticed that a lot of people in recovery, they say one thing and do another. Okay. The ones that are showing it, living it every single day, and are walking the walk and talking the talk, those are the ones that you want to be alongside with, right? It's the ones that are dedicated to their recovery, dedicated to being happy, healthy, productive members of society. I mean, being in comparison, it's just a hindrance on your life.
Absolutely.
Kyle.
And the grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it. So you're going to get out of it what you put into it, right. And it's one of those things too, where I feel like if you're doing your recovery right, you're not focusing. That's when I started to really understand where I needed to work on myself was I need to not worry about that side of the street. I need to worry on my side of the street. When I was worrying on my side of the street, I had no time to compare myself to other people. And I all of a sudden got my self-love back, self-worth back. And I started to become proud of who I was. I didn't care what anybody else was doing and how I wasn't maybe measuring up, because I was setting my own pace and it was great. I was watering my own lawn and I felt really good about it. And I still try to live my life to the, by that every day. I struggle. I mean, I'm human. I mean, I might look at somebody like, dang, I wish I had, legs like that, or, or whatever, or I wish I had a new house right now or whatever. But you know what? That's just me being stupid. That's me having it. If I start feeling ugly like that, I need to look at what's going on in my life that makes me feel a little ugly today.
100%. Walk your own timeline. No, this isn't a race. People that's another cliche thing they say in recovery. It's like, it's not a race. Just pace yourself, work your own recovery. Kyle, why do people compare themselves?
Come on, Kyle.
Kyle, come on in here. Why do people compare themselves in their recovery? In recovery. I know what I'm saying, bro.
Welcome, Kyle, everybody.
Hey, I'm Kyle.
You don't know who Kyle
What's
is.
up?
Johnny's best friend. I say brother.
Brother, yes.
Ugly or brother.
Okay, I'm going to start with, first of all, why Leroy has a BMW 2 years into his recovery.
Way to make it personal.
Because he's lying.
It's because he buried his money.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gracie had a good suggestion too, Johnny. You should start doing Instagram lives too. Once you get used to YouTube, if you're down.
Good call. Good call.
Okay.
Younger crowd.
Why do
Yeah.
we compare ourselves? Because it's human nature to compare.
Yep.
It's an evolutionary form of improvement. Unfortunately, in recovery, it's a hindrance.
Yeah.
Big time. It causes a lot of pain to realize that you are not as good as somebody else.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
that's a trigger for a lot of people.
How you worded that, though, I feel like that. Sorry, I gotta say, like, you're not as good as somebody else, but you are. You just haven't realized where your strengths are yet.
It's perception.
I know.
You know what I meant.
I know what
Come
you
on.
mean.
You guys are all just as good as everybody else, and I love you all.
And so are you, and so am I.
Oh,
and
I'm
so
not.
Johnny. Yes, you are. Oh shit. Okay. Well, we gotta talk. We gotta hang out after this.
I'm just kidding.
Like,
just
work on
kidding.
your self-esteem.
I don't have self-esteem issues. I'm just trying to be funny because I'm nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my first time.
We're not going there. We're not going there. Okay. You're doing good. Deep breath, just like you're talking to me.
Okay. Yeah. So everybody's recovery is their own.
Yes, it is.
Yes. I don't want to be redundant, but a lot of the times people who seem like they have it all together probably don't.
Yeah,
right. They just have good charisma, good social skills.
Insecurities are loud. So you got to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are vocalizing about, I have.
Am I being too loud?
Not you. I'm just saying, no. When people say, I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this, there's usually an underlying issue, and it usually is the insecurities.
Yes.
Insecurities are loud, confidence is quiet.
And Leroy's BMW probably put him in a lot of debt if he didn't
Yeah.
really bury the money.
Or maybe it wasn't bought by him at all.
Ooh, good call.
I mean, you never know.
Maybe mom bought it.
Yeah, and that's okay. Right?
Sorry, I'm laughing.
It's good. It's helping me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Morgan's dying laughing.
Oh, good.
I believe no one is better than anyone. I agree, Dan. I think that that's for God to judge, not us. That guy up there.
We should all be encouraging people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My favorite statement is, I don't knock the crowns off of women's heads, I straighten them. And that's what I try to do every day, is straighten the crown, at least on one woman. I just told somebody, yesterday at a drive-through, and I was like, you have the amazing customer service and the most friendly, inviting smile ever. And she was just blown away. Like she'd never had a compliment before, It's like high school bullying kind of. Yeah, it is, because you get a lot of people that are stuck at the time that they are when they started using. So a lot of them, if that was 15, they're 15, 20. You get stagnant in that mindset. A lot of immaturity goes on, and a lot of making up for lost days gets thrown into that too.
I think guilt is a huge part of it. Every one of us feels guilty inside for what we've done, where we think we're supposed to be, and maybe subconsciously we take it out on others.
Yep, I agree. It's because they are unsure of who they are, Gracie said. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that's a lot of recovery is finding out who the hell you are. I mean, we don't know who we are. Right. I mean, outside of the use of substances, a lot of us started using substances to help us be more social and more socially acceptable.
I did.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it started that way too, I think. And, I feel like that was something I had to get okay with, was who the hell was Amanda when I didn't have that. And I wasn't hiding behind that mask, Yeah. Like, what about you? I mean, like, is that now that,
I still don't know who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think we ever figured that out?
I don't. No. I think that relates directly to what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We compare ourselves to other people thinking that we want to be them. You just be you.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to feel like, 100% perfect on top of it. There's always going to be some problem, some issue, something. And I mean, look I've got all this gray hair. I'm 23,
And my hair's falling out like I'm a 6-year-old balding man. Like, I mean, it is just the way it is. It looks like a lot of hair, y'all, but it really isn't. And it comes out in clumps, I mean, hey, it's a problem. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think, what are some of your, I mean, maybe we can talk about like insecurity leads into insecurities. I feel like,
I'm, huge alcoholic. I used it in social situations. I still get socially anxious. I've gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to push through it. But that was one of the reasons why I started drinking, was to make it easier to talk to people, talk to girls, etc. And that's one of the things that you kind of have to come full circle with in recovery is, realizing that you don't have these crutches. And so you have to rely on yourself, you know?
That's true. Dan says, build each other up, not drag them down. That's my motto. That's really good. Like, it's hard to do too when you come into recovery, because you're used to, whether you're men or women, like it was said at my birthday meeting, a lot of women come into recovery not trusting each other. And there's a good reason for that. On the streets, we're pretty shitty to each other. And I don't know about the men, but I mean, I'm assuming it's the same way, you know, and you come in and you're just, your defenses are up, you know, and I think something I've really tried to do is to make the women feel welcome, because something was told to me: the men will grab your ass, the women will save your ass. For me, coming into recovery, and that's not, I don't do that. No, and I'm not saying that's not for all men, but it was a good model for me to remind myself of. You need to give the women a chance. They become your sisters, just like the men become brothers. But now I've got a network of sisters and brothers. But when I first was in recovery, it was more important for me to focus on the women and my relationships with them, and learning to trust. And you know, and it was awesome, because I was seeing women be very like reliable and kind for no reason. They didn't have some ulterior motive. And
kindness is very, very important in early recovery. It helps you open up.
Yep.
A lot of like defenses and guards are up.
Absolutely.
So
recovery,
being warm and open is,
you have to be warm and open, and you have to be like, I don't know, open to working on yourself, you know. And I feel like self-awareness, I think that's a big one. But build each other up, not drag them down. Okay. And then Gracie, recovery or not, I feel like nobody truly knows who they are. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Carl said it's nice.
Yep.
Love that.
Yeah, Kyle just totally like hit the nail on the head with that one. Dan said, mine is, talk about insecurity. Mine is, am I good enough?
Wow.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
You are.
You are good enough.
But we do that a lot. I think that we are so afraid of failing because we've already done that. And we're so afraid of going back to that place that, like, I mean, I'm struggling with that right now.
I think also we also have a mindset that we're trying to reach this certain plateau, but there is no plateau. It just keeps going up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It is. Oh, I like that. That's so true.
All the way up to heaven, my friend.
That's so true, though, because like I love how you said that. I sit here and I think about, you know, the future, and I'm like, oh, I'm striving. Well, what exactly am I striving for?
Well, that relates directly to addiction as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the normal person, when they reach a plateau, they start getting stagnant and depressed. It's like exponentially worse for addicts.
Yeah.
So we have to keep improving ourselves so that we don't.
Yeah, that's
because our plateaus aren't flat.
No,
they go back down.
Right, they do. Yeah, because like we're not the same. Like when we mess up, we like become homeless and start like, you know, living in tents and shit.
In like 3 days.
In 3 days. Okay, so your drinking and my drinking is not the same, my friend.
Exactly.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like our plateaus are like.
Yes.
Yes. Morgan said, insecurities are things we see in others that we want for ourselves but don't believe we have. Yeah, it's like a mirror image. If you're calling out something in somebody else, it's usually what you're feeling you're lacking in your own. That's great.
Said that. That's awesome.
I love that. Good. Nice, said Morgan. I agree with Morgan. I just want to always make sure we're reading the comments too, because your guys are like amazing. They tune in faithfully. They're always, you know, here, you know, totally contributing to the conversation and the topic, and I love that.
We didn't advertise.
We didn't. Not tonight.
We didn't tell anybody again, only because we just are really busy.
Mm-hmm.
We can plug Under Armour or something. There you go. It's a good brand.
We don't own the copyrights to them. I don't know what the rules are in there.
Sponsor us.
Right, but if
my address is
exactly, we're not opposed to the inbox. You know, go ahead and hit us up.
I wasn't trying to get us in trouble.
I know. So you're good. I think it's just with music. I don't know.
Oh,
isn't it? I don't know how we use that.
We sing?
No. Oh God, the 3 we have would go real quick. But yeah, I don't know. Insecurities, like some of the for me, like a lot of my insecurities was failing. I just felt like a failure, and I didn't know if I'd ever like recover from that. And I'm struggling with feeling that a little bit of that right now. I mean, I really am. I haven't found a balance since. Oh wow, Dan, you're on my wavelength. We're on the same. Are you on the roller coaster ride that is my brain, my friend? Because he just asked exactly what I was saying. What is your
biggest?
Like
a minute delay, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know. What is your biggest insecurity today? Oh God, see, and I want to say failure, but I think that my biggest insecurity today about myself is fulfilling what the people that I care about, the people's opinions that I value, fulfilling what it is they see me as, I guess, if that makes sense. So am I being a good enough mom? Am I being a good enough daughter? Am I being good enough girlfriend or friend? Am I being a good enough secretary at 5R or a recovery coach or a peer? Or it just continues to like, that for me, it's whatever I am to you, am I being good enough? And then that is just kind of something I've always struggled with.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
I like to think that success comes after the last failure.
Oh yeah.
Deep.
That is deep. It's also scary as shit because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well,
that's really deep. Right.
I've been having a shitty string of bad luck for like the last, 15 years. So I'm done failing yet.
You're about due.
I hope I'm done with failing. Like
fail forward.
Yeah, fail forward. I love
forward.
that.
Yes.
I love that. Instead of dwelling on your past, the quote I follow is yesterday is the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Bill Keane. Ooh, I love that. God, my
That's
kid's deep.
also in Kung Fu Panda.
Is it?
I like it.
Disney Little Queen. Little Pixar, Disney, whatever it is.
I think it's DreamWorks.
DreamWorks, okay. How about you, Kyle? What is your biggest insecurity today?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we're asking John.
Who asked it?
Dan Hillman.
Dan, good job, Dan. Yeah, what is your biggest insecurity there, Kyle?
My biggest insecurity is
Poking the bear.
figuring out my purpose, picking a direction in life and running towards it.
The whole what you want to be when you grow up thing.
Yeah. I'm only 23, so I still have some time to figure it out, hopefully. But I've just stumbled a lot in my life, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and it's scary.
It is scary. It's very fearful, especially when you have children, and
I got kids that I have I have to point them in some direction. And
mine just said, you're an amazing mom. I promise you're doing good enough. I love you, Mom, and I'm so proud of you.
All right. So I'm going to get Johnny Ray back here, and we're going to figure out what his.
Yeah, but Kyle would be back because I really like your interest hearing from you. Here's my thing. Everybody hears from Johnny and I on a regular basis, but Kyle is somebody new. It's a new, I almost feel like that's, interviewing somebody new every Tuesday or business meeting night would be great because I feel like the new perspective is great, Yeah,
I love getting awkward people on camera.
Yeah, Kyle did really good.
Yeah, he did really, really good. I love when they sit there because Kyle's an energetic man. He's just, but when he's on camera, he's locked. He's just like, this is it. It'll change. You'll liven up a little.
Yeah, you did really good. You were really honest.
Honestly, the camera drives a lot of people crazy, and it did me in the beginning too. Watch the first 5-hour video I ever did. Yeah. It's horrible. It's I'm scared to death of and I'm only talking to myself. We have the people who are watching are our friends. So why am I? It's just because
Gracie said you're going in the right direction, Kyle, and you're doing awesome. Gracie said,
look at that. I think encouragement is extremely important in people's recovery. It's important for us to tell every single person that they're doing a good job. Even if they have some things they need to work on. I call it the compliment sandwich, right?
Yes,
it's a famous compliment sandwich. You lead with a compliment, you tell them something they have to work on, and then you end with a compliment, right? You just don't want them to be Debbie Downer and all frustrated with themselves. And I believe finding your purpose in life is everybody's goal. We're all just trying to figure ourselves out, and we don't. And you should take pride in the fact that you don't. The people who are okay, at 23, I'm going to do this. At 45, I'm going to do this. It's if that's how it works for them, well, more power to it. But it ain't me.
No, and I feel like struggle helps you find your purpose. So the struggles that we've all gone through as addicts and hitting rock bottom, or alcoholics and hitting rock bottom, that ultimately usually ends up driving somebody towards their purpose and what they're passionate about. Yeah. I'm just now, I have 3 years in my recovery, and I'll be 42 in April. I am just now figuring out what my purpose is and what I'm passionate about. And I love it. And I it fuels me every day. I get up in the morning with a fire inside that makes me want to start working on 5R stuff and start writing down my ideas and typing it out and, come bringing it to you and talking to people that are in the, the same field and passionate about the same things that we are. That's another thing, is surrounding yourself with like-minded people. If you've got people in your life that are all striving to be better people, all self-aware, working on their character defects, and if they're all passionate about the things that you're passionate about, what a great support system. That's how you stay supported and connected, Dan wants you to answer the question, Johnny, about what's your biggest.
I don't want to answer the question, Dan. Oh no,
I want him to answer the question too, so I had to bring it back to that.
So one thing I kept thinking about is we're very self-centered and selfish people when we're in active addiction. And to be honest, even in recovery, we're self-centered and in active addiction. The only difference is we're aware of it.
Right.
So it's the same thing with my anxiety or my depression or all that stuff, or me trying to find my purpose. Just the simple fact that I'm aware of these things is shows that I'm working in the right direction.
Huge growth.
It's easy to look at your situation and not recognize it and just say, you know what, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm going to do. And it's I'm cool with that. It's okay to be cool with that. Yeah. So what was Dan's question that he wanted to answer?
Gracie and Dan both want to know what's Johnny's biggest insecurity today.
Oh, I got so many. You want me just to say one?
You say as many as you want to. I think it makes it.
Okay, you ready? You want me to be vulnerable? Yep. I hate my skin. Okay, I absolutely can't stand my skin. Everywhere, everybody always sees my face and they always see giant freaking zits. It's been this way since I was a kid. I absolutely cannot stand my skin. I have zits all over my face every single day, and this is what I go out in public with. There's a reason why I don't shave and keep myself clean shaved, because when you shave with zits all over your face, it cuts them open and then I bleed all over the place. Okay, so my skin is just one of them. My other thing, I gain weight and it's all right here in my stomach. These are physical insecurities. They're all right here, right? Like my legs are fine, my arms are fine, and then I have this huge gut, and I don't know why that is. So that's physical. The emotional and the mental, I don't want to fail. And no matter how hard I work, there's this little voice in the back of my head saying, Johnny, you can't do it, and you're not going to make it. So stop doing it. It's trying to convince me. And it's not the addiction voice. A lot of people have the addiction voice where it's like, go out and use, go out. It's not. Mine is like a realistic, like cognitive, like functioning, smart mind that's inside my mind that's saying, you know what, Johnny, it's a lot easier if you just want to quit, it'd be pretty easy to just do that. Why don't you just, or am I ever going to be married? Am I ever going to meet the woman of my dreams? Am I ever going to have kids? Am I too old to have kids? Like everybody around me has children and I'm almost 40 years old and I don't have children. You want me to be vulnerable? I have no problem with that. If people come to 5R and they want to hear my story and they want to hear the things that I struggle with, those are just a couple. I struggle with stuff just like every other person. But you know what? I recognize it. I know what I'm supposed to be, and I believe in God. And I believe God's purpose for me is exactly what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And so my insecurities don't hinder me. Yes, I think about them. Yes, I get frustrated with them. Yes, I have them just like everybody else. But it doesn't stop me from going forward every single day. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. And you are too.
So amazing and so great.
And I am very lucky to have support groups like Amanda and Kyle and Dan and Morgan and Gracie and all these people in my life, because without them, 5R wouldn't exist. This has been the point from the beginning. It's building a strong recovery community and family, and then eventually branching out and reaching all over the place.
One of my biggest insecurities today, to be honest, is today, like being really honest and straight up, is just like letting you down. You have given me massive opportunities with 5R. I'm gonna get emotional. Like, had it not been for the, no. Like, we talk about people who go,
go into single shot mode right there. Let's go. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Sorry, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Had it not been for the opportunities that you've given me in 5R and just being my friend and having you to talk to and just feeling I have a safe place to fall, has kept me clean. It kept me keeping my clean date, because I so many times in the last year have wanted not to use necessarily, but just wanted to give up. Like I didn't have any more energy left in me to give, I feel like I'm spread thin. I haven't found a balance. That's my number one thing I have to work on, is finding a balance. And y'all, I don't know how to do that. People tell me how to do it, but it's hard for me to do because I have a hard time saying no. And, but I am getting better. I'll tell people, can I get back to you on that? I don't want to, over schedule myself or things like that, but letting Johnny down's a big one, because this is huge to me. Like I'm passionate about my kid, and I'm passionate about 5R, and I'm passionate about helping other people in, addiction, the still suffering addict and people in recovery. And you've given me a place to do that. You trust me fully. You've let me like run with ideas, and you put me, kind of in charge of a lot of really important things. And I just don't want to let you down. And I know my time management is something I'm really working on. But I also, just don't give up on me, please, because this is something that's huge for me.
This is not about Amanda, you're amazing. I've always said that you're amazing. I know you have to. And think about this. If this makes you feel better, what you just said, likewise. Mm-hmm. I have all of these people who are relying on me. I have all these people that are counting on me. All these people that want to see. Do you know how many people come up to me a day and say, "Hey, Johnny, when are you going to do this?" Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, well, we need to do this. And it's like, yeah, I'm freaking working on it, bro.
I'm like, busy.
What do you want from me? Like, I'm like, we should open up clean and sober living facilities. Check. It's on the verge. Hey, you should open up a treatment facility. Check. It's on the verge. Do you know how hard it is to open up a treatment facility? What is wrong with you people? Do you not understand? This is not an easy task. I need staff. I need money. I need a location. We're working on it. Yeah. So if you want to talk about what insecurities are, I feel like I'm going to fail all of you. And then one day somebody's going to come up to me and go, hey, Johnny Ray, when are you going to do this? And I'm going to go, just leave me alone. And I'm going to storm out of the room.
But we've already had, and that's another thing, is recognizing when you stay supportive. Okay, so this is another thing. Don't just ask somebody how they're doing. Really actually care about how they're doing. When you ask somebody, are you okay, or how you're doing, you need to be prepared for what they're going to tell you. There was a time not long ago that you were in a very, very stressed out place, and you were just completely overwhelmed, and your plate was really full. And I don't feel like we, as your friends, recognize that until all of a sudden you were having a fallout, you know? And
True.
I feel like that's important. I feel like we get into our selfish mind. We're all kind of self-absorbed. It's a human nature. It's a character defect we all have at different times. Be more aware of the people. Check out for your tribe. Watch out for them. Ask your tribe how they're doing and make sure that you really, really know, are they okay? And I bring that up. Dan Hillman, of all people, like I feel so much closer to Dan because I had no idea that night that I shared with the group that I was not okay. And I had gone off my medications and he was really listening.
And Dan completely noticed it.
Amy, you're the amazing person. I'm grateful to have you in my family. I love you, girl. I'm so grateful you guys are a part of my life and my family too. Like 5R is my family, period, you know? But when Dan went to Johnny that following Saturday and said, did you hear what she said? She's not okay. Like, we need to make sure she's okay. And then that very next business meeting, Johnny's like, sit down, we need to talk. Yeah. I had a network of people that were rallying around me that I didn't even know was going on in the background, making sure I was okay, asking if I was okay, and monitoring. You guys have all checked in with me since then. And that is huge. That is what we do for each other in recovery, is that support. It's not just the encouragement. It's the, when you're not okay, reaching out and like, hey, take my hand for a minute. You know, that's what we're supposed to be here for, you know? And so I really like, I don't know, this whole group was my family. And that really, I already felt that way, but that solidified it for me that somebody was paying attention and somebody made it known to everybody that I wasn't all right. And you guys have all like rallied around myself and my daughter and made it better. And I feel like I'm starting like on the uphill swing of things, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for that. And I really appreciate, you know, that Dan, you spoke up, and I know that you probably felt a little weird about it. We talked about it and you didn't want to feel like you were talking behind my back. And I never want you to feel like that. And I'm telling everybody out there, if you see somebody is not okay, don't sit idly by and not say something. If you genuinely are concerned for somebody, you need to say something. And we can't help them if we don't know.
True.
We can't help each other if we don't know. And we're all each other's tribe.
Yeah.
You know.
Well said, Amanda. So I don't know if you've noticed this, that we really don't have everything figured out, you know,
Not even close.
but we're willing to be, you know, if you think, here's what we'll close with. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you look at everybody who's in 5R right now, every single one of them is helping others in their recovery, not just with 5R, in their personal lives, in their social life, in their work life. Everything that they're doing is they're going out and helping people. I find that amazing, that there's not a single person that comes to our 5R group that is not somewhat involved in their community and helping others. That's what it's all about. The 5R family, we just want to help people. Like, if we don't put a label on it, we don't have rules and regulations. We can ever be adapting and change. We can completely conform to what's going on in the world. It's nice to be able to change our rules and regulations as we go along.
And we can have open, honest discussions about things that we can't anywhere else.
For sure. Oh, you're coming back in here?
That's part of the point.
Get in here. Sit.
No. How about no? All of three of us.
We're going to close out. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
That's part of the point is to get this growth and become bigger and bigger and bigger, because all of us have unique problems. And you know, the bigger we get, somebody can help somebody with a unique problem that I may not be able to help, that she might not, that Johnny might not. You know, one of these days we'll get like somebody that is good at skincare for him, you know? Come on.
Thanks.
He can't say that to him. It's his bad. He just cracked me up. I've
had the same skin since I was 15 years old.
Let me tell you. So I had one
doesn't matter my diet, doesn't matter water. Sorry.
I had one of my female friends outside of recovery, not in recovery, and she just was like watching our videos, and she's been watching. She's like, "Why is he single? He's adorable. Like, why is he single?" And she's married. However, no, she's married. But however,
that's usually the ones that say
no. But she's just like your personality. She's like, he's cute. He's got great personality. So there are women. That might be your insecurities, but there are women out there admiring you, just so you know.
Oh, that's good. Well, thank you. Yes. And I prefer the unmarried ones.
Yeah, but that's old behavior, right? So we're not going to go there. So
this is going to be
okay. We hit this. So you're doing it, brother. Okay, you're amazing. Okay, quick interruption. The live isn't available to people who aren't subscribed to you. I don't know if that's something you can fix, but I just thought I should say something. Morgan. Okay, great. We'll look into that one. Right? Morgan, you are amazing, Johnny. You all are. Thank you, honey. So are you. You're a soldier, man. You've really been the epitome of like strong ass women, like since you've had memory. Yeah, Dan, me too, Amanda. I feel the same way too as his sponsee about letting you down. He doesn't want to let you down. Daniel Hillman, they can subscribe for free. Gracie, I know I was just okay. Dan Hillman, this is Amy, Amanda. Oh, I already read that one. Okay, thank you, Amy. I love you so much. And then Dan said it was truly out of love, and I know it was. And that's I would have never. I knew your intentions were not anything but out of love and good. So I love you guys. You guys are my family, man. I finally feel that's a great thing. That's what I love about 5R. You walk in this room and it should feel that way. You came home. Welcome home. You know,
for sure. And these camera things will get better once we figure out an introduction.
There we go. We're gonna go. Oh, love you, W's.
I don't want to do that. Like let's both kiss Kyle on his face. No, I'm just kidding.
We
love you guys.
It's hella weird.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in.
We love you guys.
We're going to try to keep it under a 30 minutes.
Yeah, we did good, guys.
Should we plug our stuff?
Go ahead. Yeah, we should plug it. Tomorrow night meeting.
Tuesday night meetings at 6 o'clock here at New Life.
Yes.
Actually, wait, 6:30 now.
6:30 now. 6:30 New Life
See,
Church.
we're ever
Washington.
evolving and
Yeah.
changing.
If you show up,
Try to keep
early,
up with our schedule.
Johnny will be here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll probably be here. We can still talk about recovery.
Yeah,
Right.
we can. We
Yeah.
can. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
For
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Okay, 6:30
What's
is
the
our
topic?
recovery
Yeah,
meeting.
what is our topic tomorrow?
Tonight,
Spider-Man.
we're still
Marvel.
Yes. Which one did you like? Tobey Maguire.
Right.
Who was the other one? And then God, Tom Holland. Which
He
one did you
said,
like?
ooh, I know, right? I'm doing too lovey-dovey.
Okay, so what is our topic? We are still in our remember phase. So remember, 5 R's. Oh, look who's
I
on.
just knew I'd see him. Who's Cheryl?
Oh, me.
It's Kyle's mom.
Hi, Kyle's mom.
Yes, she
I
asked a
love
great
it.
question the other day too. Like it was, she said hi, and she was totally involved, and you had no idea, huh? She's all the way in New Mexico,
better late
which
than
means
never.
that we're reaching a completely different state.
Yes, ma'am.
Cheryl, much love.
Cheryl, tell
Thank
all your
you
friends
for
in New
tuning
Mexico. We're
Yes.
it's a movement. We're moving our butts right into New Mexico. So.
Yes, we are. Where is it? Albuquerque? That's the only town I know in New
Yeah.
Mexico. If you know,
don't know
what's the town
It's
called?
in the desert.
It's
What's
in
the
the
name of it?
desert.
I don't
Nice.
even
What
know
is
any
it?
other names.
What is it?
It's Terrace. It's
Terrace?
right outside of it's right outside of Albuquerque.
Okay,
So
all
basically,
right.
So, okay, so that's what you, why didn't you just say yes?
Is it
it's in
hot there right
Albuquerque?
now? Oh, Cheryl's in Denver.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah,
you're
she- oh yeah,
she's a jet setter.
My brother's in Hawaii.
Oh, so she's
Lucky
house sitting?
him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Must be
Nice.
nice. Yep, we're just wrapping
All
it
right,
up, Cheryl. We
wrapping
love
it
you.
up.
I don't know
Love
who
you,
that
Cheryl.
is. Vum today. I don't know what that means. Okay, so I was
Okay.
plugging. I got to plug.
Yeah,
we got to
plug.
plug. Okay, so Monday nights at
Plug.
7 o'clock,
Yep.
we go live here at New Life Church. It's our business meeting from 6 to 7, but from 7 o'clock until whenever we decide to wrap this up. Is we go live and we have open discussions, and most of the time we're going to have testimonies. I want to bring people on and get their stories one-on-one. Amanda shared her amazing story last week. We had somebody set up this week. We unfortunately it was we had to cancel. So next week hopefully we'll have a testimony. Somebody will come on in real life, raw, unedited, and unprepared stories and testimonies of people who have gone through addiction and have pulled themselves out on the other side. So then Saturdays we go live. Dan Hillman, the very own Dan Hillman, and I go live at 11 o'clock at Higherline Oaks every Saturday. So tune in there. We
I
answer
love that one because there's a
answer-
ton of special guests that come in.
Yeah, we
Yep.
love the special guests. It's nice to do it at a clean and sober living facility because you never know who's going to come off the streets one day sober and is all
Yes.
like, ghouly looking and
Very
like
raw.
picked face. We love those
Yes.
people. Is that weird?
No, it's not because everybody's story matters.
Right. And then Friday nights, we're all going to go back into the diversion center. So that's just a couple of other things that we're doing. Obviously, we have board meetings on stuff too,
Yep.
but we're busy.
One
So-
more time, topic for tomorrow night would be
So we are still, we're still in the remember phase.
Okay.
5R, the first R and 5R recovery is remembering where we came from. So I titled this one "Where It All Began." So for every single person, addiction started for them in a different light. Maybe it was from an addictive relative or parent. Maybe it was because you wanted to party. Maybe it was because you were influenced by a commercial, or maybe it was because you started with pot and then you were like, man, I'm going to switch to Coke because I'm, want to get crazy. And whatever it is, like, so where it
That's
all
a good
began
topic.
is our topic.
That's a great topic.
So come join us. We saw some people at New Life Church, so our place should be pretty packed tomorrow night. So
yay, diversion. Sorry, I know I'm stoked. Damn.
all right, so let's wrap this up.
All right, you guys.
Goodbye.
I love
All
you guys are
right.
wanted, needed, and loved. Never forget it.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Bye. I love that your mom was on. Okay, this
That's
is not
awesome.
working here. Okay, I love your mom.
Yeah. Are we?